The studio lights glowed warm and bright, casting a golden hue over the set of the Jenna and Friends show. Producers buzzed around like restless bees, adjusting microphones, cameras, and screens. The energy was lively, almost celebratory, as today's special guest, Teddy Swims, arrived backstage. Known for his soulful voice and humble presence, Teddy greeted everyone with easy smiles, shaking hands with staff who practically idolized him. But underneath that smile, something was unsettled. Maybe it was the exhaustion from the tour. Maybe the weight of personal struggles, but whatever it was, Teddy felt a heaviness he couldn't quite shake off. As he stepped onto the stage, applause erupted. Jenna, famous for her lively personality, welcomed him with open arms. "Teddy Swims, everyone! The man, the voice, the legend!" she exclaimed. At first, the interview flowed smoothly. They laughed, joked, and touched on lighthearted topics. His love for retro music, his tattoos, his childhood memories. But as soon as Jenna shifted the conversation toward a recent rumor circulating online, one involving a canceled show, a misunderstanding with fans, and a leaked audio clip, the atmosphere shifted like a sudden drop in air pressure. "So, Teddy," Jenna leaned forward, "the internet wants to know, were you really walking off stage because of the crowd? Or was something else going on?" A tense silence followed. Teddy blinked slowly, his relaxed posture straightening. "I think things get blown out of proportion," he said carefully. "And people don't always know the full story." Jenna pressed. "But don't you think your fans deserved an explanation?" He exhaled. "I gave one." A spark, small but unmistakably real, crackled in the air. The studio audience felt the shift. Whispered breaths, tightened shoulders, a collective awareness that something unscripted was unfolding. Jenna, sensing the tension but determined to deliver a viral moment, leaned in even closer. "Teddy, come on!" she insisted, her tone teasing but edged. "Don't hold back now. This is where you tell the truth." "The truth?" Teddy repeated, eyebrows lifting. "Jenna, I've been telling the truth." She smiled sharply. "Well, that depends on who you ask." Some fans felt disappointed, even ignored. Teddy's jaw tightened. "I love my fans. I give them everything I have." Jenna didn't stop. "But some said you walked off angry." "That's not what happened," he interrupted, his voice dropping lower, firmer. Her eyes glittered with the thrill of conflict. "Then tell us what did happen." Cameras zoomed in. Everyone watched as Teddy leaned back in his chair, breathing deeply, steadying himself. He had come here to promote new music, not to debate tabloid narratives. But here he was, cornered, pushed, provoked. "You know what?" he finally said, voice steady but edged with exhaustion. "I'm tired. I'm tired of being turned into headlines. Tired of having to defend myself every time someone online twists a moment into something ugly." Jenna raised her brows, pretending concern. "We're just asking questions, Teddy." "No," he said, standing. "You're not asking. You're poking, and I'm done being poked." A ripple of shock moved through the audience. The producers froze. Jenna blinked rapidly, unsure whether to smile, apologize, or escalate. But Teddy didn't wait. He removed his mic, placed it gently on the chair, and said, "I'm walking off. Not in anger, just in self-respect." Gasps filled the studio as Teddy turned and walked off stage, his broad figure moving with calm finality. Backstage, the fluorescent lights felt harsh compared to the warm glow of the set. Teddy's hands trembled slightly, not with rage, but with hurt. He sank onto a couch, elbows on his knees, breathing through the moment. He had spent years fighting battles people never saw. Bad mental health days, burnout, the pressure of staying grateful while feeling crushed by expectations. Today's confrontation had cracked something open. A producer approached gently. "Teddy, are you okay? Do you want to go back?" He shook his head slowly. "Not right now." Meanwhile, on stage, Jenna attempted damage control. "Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes emotions run high. We hope Teddy will join us again, soon." But her polished smile couldn't hide her discomfort. This wasn't the headline she had planned, but it was the headline she just created. Minutes later, Jenna entered the backstage room. She hesitated before speaking. "Teddy, can we talk?" He looked up, weary but open. "I'm listening." She sat across from him, hands folded, choosing her words with unusual care. "I didn't mean to push you that hard." The producers, they wanted drama, and I guess I leaned into it too much. Teddy nodded. I get it. Shows need moments, but I'm not a moment. I'm a person. The simplicity of the words hit her harder than any argument could. For the first time that afternoon, Jenna genuinely looked sorry. You're right, she admitted softly, and I should have respected that. Silence settled between them, soft, honest, cleansing. Teddy finally stood. I'm not angry, Jenna. I just needed to walk away before it turned ugly. She smiled, small and sincere. Thank you for saying that. They parted without a dramatic handshake or a staged reconciliation, just a mutual understanding that real people feel real things, even under bright studio lights. Later that evening, Teddy posted a message online. I walked off the show today, not out of disrespect, but because I needed to protect my peace. Be kind to your heroes, they're human too. Fans responded with overwhelming support. And as night settled, Teddy felt lighter. Not because the world changed, but because for once he allowed himself to walk away